Okay, good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Politics and the Political Architects. Matthew here is the architect. Actually, it's funny, I'm the architect, he's actually the doctor. But anyways, we're here tonight. This is our inaugural broadcast. We're going to talk about a few issues of the day. And if you've been reading my Dr. Politics columns at mcgop.com, just going to be doing recaps of that and a couple of issues of the day. Matt, take it away.
I'm just trying to get some better lighting here.
Okay. Live broadcasting.
Well, hello everyone. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Obviously, you can leave your questions below if things pop up that you want to know about. But so we have a rough outline of things that we want to give our thoughts on with all of you today. So we have stuff we want to talk about going on the Montgomery County politics level, Maryland politics level, and then just thoughts about what's going on across the country right now. So obviously, if you have questions about things as they're going on, let us know. And want to take away talking about Montgomery County?
Yeah, Montgomery County, we've got several things happening in Montgomery County. We've got a great county executive race. We've got a great guy, Robin Ficker, is running for county executive, and his one of his campaign staffers just walked in. Hi, Dan.
Hello.
And we've got, pan it over to Dan. Let's show Dan how to say hi, Dan. Dan on Facebook.
How's it going?
Do you want to tell us how things are going?
Yeah, tell us about what's happening with the Ficker campaign.
Well, we've been making lots of calls to raise money. We've been out there fighting. Robin's going to address a lot of issues on taxes, on public safety, on education, on transportation. He wants to widen 270. He wants reversible lanes.
What has Robin done for us lately? Hasn't he done something?
In the last 9 years, there was only one Republican in Montgomery County that has scored any victories over the Democrats, and two big ones in 2000.
Oh, no, we're good.
Okay, good. There you go.
Anyway.
We're back.
So Dan, can you give us a sense, obviously the term limits amendment passed and that led to a lot of turnover on the county council, and so a lot of those people are now running for promotion.
Yes.
To succeed Ike Leggett. So can you give us a sense of kind of who the Democrats are, who are running, what's been going on their side?
Three big ones are Mark Elrich, Councilman Berliner, and Councilman Leventhal. From the assessment I've been told, and I've listened to, and I've done my own analysis, is the real progressive wing of the Democratic Party is going to get behind Mark Elrich. He is like Bernie Sanders. He's Jamie Raskin. He is right up there with them, as to the left as you can get. And then the business community, from what I heard from Lou Peck, who's a longtime veteran journalist in Montgomery County, his assessment was that the business community would probably side with Berliner more. He's a Bethesda Democrat, which means in some sense he's a little more pro-business, although not really. His voting record is just as bad as everyone else that got term limited. But I think they'll feel more comfortable with Roger than Mark Elrich or George Leventhal. But I think the battle comes between Elrich and Berliner, the business community versus the grassroots activists at Tacoma Park and Silver Spring. So that's how I.
Hey, when can people meet Robin? Where's Robin going to be around where people can hang out and say hi to Robin?
Robin will be on Labor Day. He will be in two different parades. He will be at the Kensington Parade in the morning, and then he will be in Old Town Gaithersburg at the parade in the afternoon. We're doing both. It's going to be crazy, but it's going to be fun.
Where can people go to volunteer for Robin's campaign?
If you want to do that, you can go to robindeliversforyou.com. That's robindeliversforyou.com, and you can either, or you can call me at 301-787-2021, and I'll gladly help you get.
And we'll flash that number up for people who can't say it really fast.
I'll gladly get that 301-787-2021, and I'll gladly direct you in that direction to help Robin. He needs the help, and he'll take it, and we'll take it.
And then, how would you say? Obviously, you helped Jim Shalleck a lot with his campaign in 2014. So, would you say that how does it kind of change when you're running against Ike Leggett as an incumbent in 2014 versus now it being an open seat?
Good thing being an open seat, you always have a better shot when it's an open seat. Although I would say that, here's the advantage we do have. We are going to most likely be running against one of the individuals who was term limited out of their seat by 70% on their record. And so the message will be, this individual was term limited out of their seat. They voted 70% for it on their record. Why on earth would you elect them county executive? And I think that's the message we're going to drive hard and work very hard to the folks out there in Montgomery County.
And so how do you get some of the people who are in that 70% to actually realize kind of what you were saying? Because it's obviously you can support term limits in the abstract and then realize, I'll vote for this person for promotion.
Well, we know how that was, you know, as any experienced campaign operative would know that you got to knock on doors, you got to make phone calls, you have to phone bank, knock on doors, and if there's money for mailers, we'll certainly do that. You know, ads if there's more money on television or radio. That's how you get the, and you know, or as my friend Dan Cox likes to say, you press the flesh. You go out there and you talk to everybody at every event. And you be everywhere you can be, and you talk to the folks, and you got to say, look, this is what's projected, because you know the bottom line is I've done a complete dissection of Mark Elrich's platform, and he wants a lot of things that are going to cost a lot of money, from the bus rapid transit to more social justice program in our public school systems to more investment in Section 8 housing. All of these things are going to cost money. We are looking at a potential 15% property tax increase for the things that he is talking about. You're going to have to raise taxes to pay for the things he's talking about, and it's going to be a significant tax. Oh, and free Montgomery College is the next thing that they're talking about too. There's a guy named Chris Wilhelm who's running for county council on the Democrat side, and he's calling for free Montgomery College. Montgomery College currently has 60,000 students. It's going to cost over $100 million to pay for that.
Dan,
Yes.
shifting gears a little bit.
Sorry.
You're from Gaithersburg.
Yes, sir.
You were over Lake Forest Mall. What do you think of this crazy idea? Craig Rice, my classmate, who's a year younger than me, basically wants to take Lake Forest Mall and turn it into a mini Kentlands and basically demolish the mall and put like mixed-use condos and stuff like that. You know, is this another one of Craig's scatterbrained ideas? Take it away, Dan.
Actually, I mean, you know, that's probably, as much as it pains me to say, it's probably a good idea. Look, Lake Forest Mall is my stomping grounds. When I was in high school, I would take the ride-on bus up there on Fridays in my senior year, and I would go buy CDs at FYE. I would go surf the internet at the internet cafe they used to have. It's not there anymore. I went on my first date there when I was 18, back when they had a movie theater, and they still had restaurants you could go there. So I mean, I have a lot of great memories. My mom used to take us there as kids to see Santa Claus. She would buy us cookies at Mrs. Fields, cookies which isn't there anymore. Lake Forest Mall is an issue that is near and dear to my heart, and you know, to see that it sold for $19 million, and they wanted to, you know, look, I think it should be turned into a town center. Anything we can do to revitalize that area and improve the economy there is a good thing. Look at Montgomery Mall. They have renovated it, and they've made it real nice. And it's booming. There are people shopping there. There are people eating at the
However,
food court.
you know, Lake Forest Mall, the neighborhood has a lot of gang activities happening there, like MS-13. And right now, didn't they have a murder as a result of gang activity, gangbangers? Didn't they kill somebody just for having the wrong color shirt on? I wouldn't feel safe going there. I could have the wrong color shirt on. And
public safety
I
concerns.
think Matt's got the wrong the red shirt on.
There is no doubt public safety concerns have affected Lake Forest Mall's business. In, I think it was December of 2015, a 60-year-old woman in the middle of the day on a Thursday afternoon was robbed in the parking lot as she was walking to her car. And that made news, headlines, and I think a lot of people have been reluctant to go back there since. And I don't blame them for that. And yes, public safety, you got to make it safe. You got to make Lake Forest Mall safe again in order to make it great again.
Think this has anything with the county being a sanctuary county?
We are a sanctuary county. We are a sanctuary state. There's no doubt. You've seen laws like the DREAM Act. You've seen laws like the 2013, they passed a law to give them driver's licenses, and then in 2014, County Executive Ike Leggett put out a policy on ICE detainers that said Montgomery County, by and large, will not comply with ICE detainers. And what we've seen with that in Montgomery County, we've seen an increase in taxes, an 8.7% property tax increase. We have seen MS-13 violence, activity, and grow in Montgomery County since that 2014 policy, and we have seen on the issues of schools, the Montgomery County Public Schools have lowered the bar on education by getting rid of final exams in high school. They implemented a new grading system to make it easier to pass, and so we've seen an increase in crime, an increase in taxes, and a decrease in educational standards because of pro-illegal immigration policies put forth by the state and Montgomery County, no doubt.
And so, do you have anything else to say on the county executive specific race?
On the county, we're going to work very hard. We're going to fight because.
What was that website again?
RobinDeliversForYou.com. We're going to work very hard because the truth is, and we do not fight. This 2018 county executive shapes the future of Montgomery County, and if we don't fight for it, Montgomery County goes into, I call it socialist darkness, because Mark Elrich will raise property taxes by 15% to pay for the things that he's talking about, and the tax base will deplete, and people will get out of here, and they're going to put small businesses and middle-class taxpayers, put small businesses out of business and drive middle-class taxpayers out of this county. And so we have to, there is no doubt this is a very serious race that we have to fight for.
So before we go up the ballot, let's go back down the ballot to the county council races. So there are a lot of those, obviously, vacancies created by the term limits that were just passed. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but let's go definitely to Dwight to start talking. Give us a sense of what's been going on with some of the more important county council races.
Yeah, if you are a Republican and we are looking for candidates in Councilmanic 1, we're looking for candidates in Councilmanic 2. Actually, we have two, possibly 3 candidates in Councilmanic 2, but we do need candidates for Councilmanic 3, 4, 5, as well as.
And how do those districts break down? Like, okay.
Yeah, I could Google it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know where you live,
but
the district lines are crazy.
And then there's we've got the at-large seats that are up, and you can live anywhere in the county. Right now, the county council is made up by majority of folks from Tacoma Park that are running at-large. Everyone in Tacoma Park makes the decisions for the rest of the county. So, I don't know how many of you might be familiar with Tacoma Park. Tacoma Park is the nuclear-free zone. They're also the place where they give you free corn to heat your house. If you want to have scatterbrained ideas like that, keep voting for those Tacoma Park liberals. We need good candidates running for at-large. We need to have candidates on every line. We need candidates running for state delegate, state senate. As to paraphrase Winston Churchill, we need to fight them in the county council, in the halls of Rockville. We need to fight them in Annapolis. We need to fight them in Washington. We need to fight. And we can't cede any ground to them. We, just like the Democrats, when, what's the guy's name? The former governor from Vermont, Matt. What was his name? Who am I thinking of?
Which one?
The Looney Tune. No, the Looney
Peter
Tune.
Shumlin?
No, the Looney Tune that ran for president. He became
Howard Dean.
Howard Dean. When he became DNC chair, and give him credit where the fool deserves it is, but he had a 50-state strategy. And prior to that, Democrats would basically cede the South to Republicans, and they put up candidates where they normally wouldn't. Like they found conservative Democrats, like the former Redskins quarterback Heath Shuler, who basically decided not to run because he had too many talkings to with Speaker Pelosi. Who kept saying,
he had to quit after running against her for speaker.
Yes, and that's what we need to do. We need to fight them in every county. We should not cede any ground. Maryland is a great state. The one thing I keep telling people is, unlike the Democratic Party, a New York Democrat is no different than a Texas Democrat, who's no different than a Florida Democrat or a California Democrat. While a New York Republican is different than a New Jersey Republican, who's different from a Delaware and Maryland Republican. Maryland Republicans are different than Virginia Republicans, and Virginia Republicans are different than the Texas Republicans. We are a party of diverse ideas and thoughts and people. We are not a carbon copy of every other Democrat. I mean, I don't even need to know the candidates running. I know they're all going to be for anti-guns, pro-choice, pro-tax increases, big government. I think they used to have a slogan called "Bigger, Better Government," which is, I think, kind of an oxymoron. But that we need to fight them, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Our food has just gotten here, so give us 15 minutes to eat our food, and we'll be back. Matt's got a bunch of stuff to cover.
Have them leave your questions, obviously, if you have them. If you've been tuning in already, and we'll get to them once we're well on our way to eating.
And we want to thank some of our sponsors, like the Conservative Club of Maryland. They're one of our sponsors, and we're always looking for more sponsors.
And also thanks to Dan for joining us.
Thank you, Dan.
Of course.
Excellent.
Dan.
All right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No.
This is going to be a big fight in 2018, and we're going to end one-party rule in Montgomery County. There's no doubt about it. I am confident that we are going to end one-party rule.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for tuning in.
Yep.